the role of duty. Detective Mike Rollins never thought of himself as disabled. Sure, he had no arms or legs, a rare congenital condition that had shaped his entire life. But in his 20 years on the force, he'd developed methods that made him one of the department's most effective officers. Mike navigated the world by rolling a specialized vest with reinforced padding protected his torso as he propelled himself with practiced, efficient movements. Years of core training had given him remarkable control and speed. The other officers had long stopped seeing anything unusual about the detective who rolled through crime scenes with meticulous attention to detail. His partner, Detective Sarah Footman, was equally remarkable. Born with feet where her hands should be, she had mastered dexterity that amazed everyone in the department. She could fire a weapon, type reports, and even pick locks with her unusually nimble toes. Together, they were known throughout the precinct as the Unconventional Unit, their unique physical attributes giving them perspectives and abilities that regularly proved invaluable. "Rollins, Footman, we've got a situation at the old Parkview Apartments," Captain Reyes said, approaching their adjoining desks. "Neighbor reported strange noises, possible break-in. Anderson is tied up with the bank robbery. You two are up." Mike nodded, retrieving his specialized utility vest, a custom creation with pockets positioned for access using his chin and mouth when needed. His badge was prominently displayed on the front, and his service weapon was secured in a special holster that he could operate using a combination of shoulder and jaw movements. Sarah slipped her department-issue shoes off her feet hands and replaced them with her tactical fingerless booties that allowed her toes maximum dexterity while still providing protection. "On our way, Captain," Mike replied, rolling himself toward the elevator, with Sarah striding alongside him. At the Parkview Apartments, the partners arrived to find Officer Chen waiting outside. "Detectives," Chen greeted them. "Suspects holed up in apartment 3B. We've evacuated the neighboring units. He's armed, threatened the super when he came to check on the noise." "Any hostages?" Mike asked, assessing the situation. "None confirmed. Building layout has one entrance, 2 windows, both with fire escapes." Mike and Sarah exchanged a glance, their years of partnership allowing for silent communication. The fire escape on the north side. It's rusted through on the 3rd-floor landing, Mike noted. "I documented it in a report last month. He won't be able to escape that way." "I can scale the south side fire escape silently," Sarah added. "My feet can grip those metal railings better than standard-issue boots. I could be in position at the window while Mike initiates contact." Chen nodded, having witnessed their unusual but effective methods before. Inside, Mike rolled up the ramp installed years ago after he'd successfully advocated for building accessibility improvements throughout the district. At apartment 3B, he positioned himself to the side of the door, while Sarah disappeared around the corner to access the fire escape. "Police, this is Detective Rollins. I'd like to talk." Silence, then a confused voice. "What? Who's there? I don't see anyone." "Look down," Mike replied calmly. The peephole darkened as the suspect peered out. Then there was a startled exclamation. "What the? Is this some kind of joke?" "No joke. I'm Detective Mike Rollins, CPD, and I'd like to discuss how we can resolve this situation without anyone getting hurt." The unexpected nature of Mike's appearance created the moment of confusion he needed. The door cracked open slightly as curiosity overcame caution. Simultaneously, Sarah had silently positioned herself at the window, her foothands gripping the sill with practiced ease, ready to intervene if necessary. "How do you even—" the suspect began. 20 years on the force, teaches you adaptability," Mike answered. "Just like I'm hoping you can adapt to putting down that weapon and coming out peacefully." Through the window, Sarah could see the suspect wavering, his weapon lowering slightly as his attention was fixed on the unusual detective at his door. Using her toes, she carefully slid the window open and in one swift motion swung herself into the apartment. The suspect whirled in shock, his gun hand coming up reflexively, only to freeze at the sight of a woman pointing her service weapon at him with her foot. "I wouldn't," Sarah said calmly. "My aim with these is better than most officers with their hands." The standoff ended 30 minutes later with no injuries. Back at the station, Captain Reyes nodded approvingly. "Another unconventional approach pays off, you two." Mike smiled. "People see limitations. We see different angles." He rolled toward his desk where Sarah was already typing up their report, her toes flying over the keyboard with remarkable precision. "That's why you're two of our best," said Reyes, watching his detectives go about their work with the efficiency and determination that had earned them the department's highest commendation 3 years running. Mike Rollins kept rolling just as he always had, just as he always would, with Sarah Footman walking proudly beside him, their differences not disabilities, but the very source of their strength.